Kunle's big time in me.
Big time.
Do you know what my
Coach Muhammad said he's good to go whenever.
I'm like,
Just pull him first.
Yeah. That's fine. I'll make sure to grab him.
okay. All right, gentlemen. You're all good, brother. Best in Sports Radio America. Let's do this. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Two-point, Keon. Promos. I read that book.
No.
We're not reading it tonight. Makes me feel better. I didn't mean to say it like that.
no live reads.
Hey, where's my water? I brought one for you.
I'll get one. Not back here. You want water or you want power?
I need a shot. You ready?
Welcome back to Laredo, Texas, and the Laredo Energy Arena for Game 2 of the Best of 3 series to find out who will be the ABA champion for the 2015-16 season. Hi, everyone. I'm Jim Tyree. Welcome in tonight to Sports Radio America's coverage of this championship series. With me on color analysis tonight is John Kelly. Our sideline reporter is Baxter Colbert. Well, last night, Jacksonville got off to the good, in quotation marks, start for this series as they got the win 92-80 over the Windy City Groove and moved to a 1-0 series lead in an effort to win their third ABA championship. They were champions in 2012 and 2013, and we'll see if tonight they can become a champion once again for the third time in this league's history. I bring in my color analyst. That time I pronounced that right. John Kelly. John, let's talk a little bit about last night. A huge difference in the statistics was rebounding. Almost, I think it was 25 rebound difference between Jacksonville and Windy City. That went a long way in securing that victory last night.
Yeah, Jim, Jacksonville out-rebounded Windy City 49-27. But it was Windy City last night that got out to a hot start. They're going to have to do the same, except you told me this afternoon it's about sustaining that. They knocked down 4 early threes. They were trapping all over the court. And Jacksonville was really bristled throughout the first part of that first half there. But again, it's about sustaining that pressure. When they lost that and Jacksonville started running their offense right through Maurice Mickens and they getting some help from Jerome Clyburn, who had 15 points last night, they started to pull away.
Clyburn, a big spark for that team last night, Jacksonville's. He had those 15 points, 12 of which were in the first half. really nobody had caught fire for the Giants in the first half until Clyburn did. It was very close at halftime, and the Giants ran away after that. He was our player of the game, although Maurice Mickens had another solid outing for Jacksonville with 17. And nobody can deny Jermaine Bell inside a double-double, scoring 19 with 13 rebounds.
Yeah, Jermaine Bell here throughout this playoffs, 3 straight double-figure games at 18 points versus DMV. You said 19 points last night, averaging over 15 points per game in the playoff average. You know, we expect him to kind of go down low, Jim, and dominate with that 7-foot frame. But he's shown his scoring outside. He's able to knock down those key threes. And it seemed last night when Union City was making that move to get this game closer, he would knock a dagger down from 3. And he's been outstanding and really killing the momentum of the other team when runs have come against Jacksonville.
Windy City had to rely on Levante Douglas. He led all scorers in the contest last night with 23. Really spread that out over the 3 quarters. But their main man throughout this tournament had been Fabian Harris. And Harris with only 7 points couldn't get off the schneid. It seemed that the defensive pressure of the Giants really bothered him.
Yeah, indeed so. And really, again, it was really, when you look at this, Douglas was really key. Puka has been one of their scorers. He was injured last game a little bit. That's kind of what slowed him down. Again, he still had 16 points. Harris had been this team's leader. Leader in assists coming in, 8 multi-assist games, led the team. And Jackson really took us out of that game. And really, if there's going to be any slowdown, he got tonight that can really help this team. Could be Adonis Bailey. Last night, he was able to register 15 points. Half of that was in the first half. He actually had, I think, 9 of the first.
He had 11 in the first quarter.
Right,
first 4 minutes.
Right, 11 points there in the first quarter for the Windy City Groove to kind of get them out going against Jacksonville. So it's going to be really key for Adonis Bailey. Though we had spoken with Nate Fuqua. He says, we asked him how you feeling. He says there is no time to be hurt.
Let's bring in our sideline reporter, and that's Baxter Colburn tonight. Bax, you've had a chance to kind of sit through warm-ups a little bit. You and I both had a chance to talk to Nate Fuqua. What about his injury? How does he feel tonight?
Yeah, guys, I had a chance to speak with Nate a little bit ago, and he said that I asked him about his injury. I know he's been banged up, and he said there's no time to be hurt. This is the playoffs. He's got a time. This team needs to step up and win tonight's game, and he said there's absolutely no time to be hurt. Another thing he keeps telling these guys, too, is they're going through warm-ups. He said, I need shooters tonight, fellas. And sure enough, as we saw last night, the struggles to shoot the ball consecutively and successfully well in the latter parts of the game last night is ultimately what put that team away.
Fabian Harris had 1 3-pointer all night. It happened with the 3D light on, one of 2 times that this Windy City team took advantage of the 3D rule. I'll bring you back in, John. The 3D rule, 2 out of 7 last night. They have to be more successful when that light's on and be able to crawl back into a game when they're behind with that pressure defense.
That's a very good point, Jim. It always seems that Jacksonville teases their opponent. Again, 2 for 7, as you said, in 3D opportunities. You have to at least be 5 for 7. Those are key points. You knock down a 3, that's 4 points. You get a 2-pointer, that's an extra 3 points. And that can really take a 2-possession game and make it to a 1-point game. You look a couple games ago when we were here in Baxter, and I recall in the game DMV. Actually, you were with somebody else here doing DMV in Jacksonville. DMV actually could have got that in about a 1-point game. They had 2 missed 3D opportunities with under 2 minutes left. So if you're looking to even up this series, any opportunity you get, including 3D, you've got to convert. You cannot get a turnover. You've got to get a quality.
We're going to take a short break, come back, talk with our first head coach in our pregame interviews tonight. Kevin Waters of the Jacksonville Giants standing right in front of me, looking stylish as ever. We'll talk with him next. You're listening to the ABA Championships on Sports Radio America.
She was like, don't tell him that. Come on. All right, done.
I'm sure he's a mic. Look it up on it. The mic's right here. Sorry if I screwed up. You're good. You're good. Sure. See, that was a big investing chest there. You know, I feel like rip that.
Yeah.
Pull back.
You got it. How you doing?
They're going to try and give you everything they have. No,
Pre-game festivities continuing here at the Laredo Energy Arena. Jim Tyree with you, and now the head coach of the Jacksonville Giants joins me courtside to talk about his team's preparations, Kevin Waters. Coach, good to see you again, as always. Let's talk about this Windy City Groove team. And last night, you get the 1-0 edge. Do you think that you saw everything that you thought this Windy City team would bring to you? They are extremely good with that full court or three-quarter court pressure defense and forcing those turnovers that'll get the 3D light on. You guys came back and were able to stop those opportunities for the most part. You're probably going to see that pressure again tonight, don't you think? You bring another guard back, Bernard Nugent, back on the floor for you tonight. I thought he had a fairly decent tournament up to this point. Didn't play last night, but back tonight. You really use Maurice Mickens as kind of an assistant coach, especially at the guard position. He takes those guys under his wings and really teaches them. Going back to the pressure as we talk with Kevin Waters, Jacksonville head coach, game 2 getting ready to start. Going back to the pressure, you kind of surprised us a little bit by showing more press than you had up to this point. Will you do that again tonight? Force them into that 7-second rule. That's extremely important in this type of play. Coach, good luck tonight. Game 2, Kevin Waters is ready. When we come back, we'll talk with the head coach of the Windy City Groove, Matthew Muhammad. That's next. Thanks for joining us as our coverage continues of the ABA Championships here on Sports Radio America. Tom Winchester.
What's up, man? How you doing, Trey?
How are you?
Good. How do you get so lucky?
I know. Plus, I got my girlfriend right behind me.
Well, you double lucky.
I know. I feel like it's the best sandwich in the world, right?
You got over here, and then you got your support staff over here.
I know, he rolls deep. He's got a big old squad.
Hey, can you grab Matthew, please?
How's the pictures going back there? He's right on now. They're not out.
Is he not out here?
Right on.
Get rid of the stuff.
I don't know where he knew he had to do it.
Sorry, I'll run
That
starting lineups.
Yes.
I'm going to do starting lineups. Coach Muhammad's not out here. I'm going to do starting lineups.
Okay. They're working on their way out right now, but they'll probably be out last, so I'll just try to grab them.
Game 2 of the best of 3 series to determine the ABA champion tonight here in Laredo. Jim Tyree, John Kelly, Baxter Colburn, Memphis Spence, our producer tonight, as we get set for this game 2. Jacksonville up 1-0. Matthew Muhammad will join us here very shortly. He is getting ready to come over and put the headset on. This best of 3 series for the ABA championship has only happened for the last 6 years. This will be year 7. And only one time has it not been a sweep. That was the first year that they went to the best of 3 format back in 2009/10 when the Southeast Texas Mavericks beat the Kentucky Bisons in 3 games at Lamar State College. The only time that the series went the full distance. Matthew Muhammad hopes that changes tonight as his team fighting from behind, trying to get a win in game 2 and push this series to the limit. He joins us here courtside tonight. Coach, good to see you as always. And I tell you, if anything else, you're going to get best dress coach in this event. Let's talk a little bit about last night, go in reverse just a little bit and talk about what you saw that you need to tighten up with your team here tonight in game 2. A 25 rebound difference. What are some of the things you worked on with your team to try and eliminate that, or at least negate it a little bit?
One buck math. Not this time. Oh, I'm live. Whoops.
Nate Fuqua, a little bit of an injury last night. Can you give us an update? Is he going to be able to go tonight? Anytime you're in this type of an event, I know those players, their first instinct is, I'm going no matter what. Full court pressure last night. One of the things we talked about in our pregame talk was opportunities with the 3D lineup. 2 of 7 last night. I know you weren't happy with that. Do you think teams press a little bit more? The adrenaline starts flowing when they know that light comes up? The control of the tempo, rebounding, huge keys. What else would be a key tonight for us to watch? Good luck tonight, Coach. Thanks for coming over. Matthew Muhammad, the head coach of the Windy City Groove, with his pregame talk with us. That means everything's taken care of, but the starting lineups, those are next as we continue with our coverage of the ABA Championship Series. Jacksonville's up 1-0 over Windy City. Can the Groove even the series? We'll find out momentarily here on Sports Radio America.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's
Good luck. Gotta rub your chin.
You're allowed to.
Yeah, I called you because I didn't realize you.
The starting lineups first for the Windy City Groove, 18-2 on the season. They all go at 1 quarter lineup. Number 11, Fabian Harris. Number 11, 175-pounder out of Chicago. Played at nearby Texas A&M. He's a very good outside shooter. Last night did not get on track, only 7 points in the contest. You heard Coach Irvin say they have to get him going tonight. Number 13, Kenyon Smith. Guard number 2, he is 5'11", 108 pounds out of Chicago. Third guard, number 20, Nate Fuqua. Probably not, but he'll give you everything he has. A 6'2" guy, 210-pounder. Wesley from Central Missouri Junior College. Number 22, Adonis Bailey, one of the better outside shooters this team has. He's a tall, rangy guy, 6'5", 185 pounds. Out of Chicago, Illinois, at Texas. At Texas A&M, Louisville. And the center will be Lavonte Douglas, playing bigger than his frame. 234, he's 6'7", 205, plays like a 6'10 guy. Out of Chicago, Illinois, played at Missouri Western and Milwaukee Junior College. Coach of the Windy City Group, Matthew Muhammad. Jacksonville will go this way tonight, 28-6 on the year. They'll go with Maurice Mickens, number 1. Player that stirs the drink, 6'0", Memphis, Tennessee. Played his college coach at Point Blank. He had 17 from the 3 Giants in double figures this season. Number 4, Jermaine Bell. He led the Giants in scoring. 7-footer, 220 out of Rochester, New York. Played at Indian River Community College. He's a center, but plays more like a guard/forward. He had 19 to lead the Giants. Number 21, Gerard Tucker. Tucker is 6'4", 220-pound forward. Plays much bigger. Big, thick body kind of guy that gets underneath and really bangs. Chicago, Illinois is his hometown. Played at Northern University of Nebraska. And he had a school last night. Tucker, an off night, had 5 points. Had a lot of rebounds in the win. Elijah Smith is 24, 6'8" forward, 195 pounds. Out of Augusta, Georgia, played at North Georgia University. And Smith last night only 2 points, but played very good defensively and also good on defense. And the 5th and final starter is number 40, Joshua Johnson, 6'7", 215 pounds, out of Annapolis. Played at Bowie State University. And out of the old CIAC conference, he's a forward. And Johnson last night heated up in the second half to finish with 7 points, but a pivotal 3 in the third quarter when Windy City was coming back in the game and put more space in between the teams. Johnson plays very good underneath as well. Head coach of the Jacksonville Giants is Kevin Waters in his 6th year. Of course, Windy City Grove in their 1st year in the ABA. They are a champion in the league they were in before, the Midwest Professional Basketball League. But this is their 1st year in the ABA. Jacksonville, you know their history. We've told you, a 2-time ABA champion back in 2012, 2013. They beat in 2012 the South Carolina Warriors in 2 games. And then in 2013, the North Dallas Vandals in 2 games. It is now time for a national anthem here. We'll step aside and be back for the opening tip next on Sports Radio America. National anthem, a young lady doing a fabulous job doing that here in front of the Laredo Energy Arena crowd. Good crowd on hand for game 2. We're even in the upper reaches of the arena here in a fabulous facility for this event. They have treated us well in Laredo this week. Thank everyone involved with the Laredo Swarm, the host team, and the city of Laredo for the hospitality we have received this week while here for this event. Almost ready for the tip. Our officials here tonight will be a veteran crew. Tom Chichester, the crew chief, Rufus Lott, and Reggie Eggins, your officials in this. John Kelly?
Yeah, I was trying to mention, really a great week.
I got it. Thank you.
Special thanks to everyone here. All the people in the Rail Energy Center. They're excellent for us, Jim. And the barbecue at Ruby's, a little plug for them, obviously. You know, we're sponsor on SRA, and you're definitely going to see one heck of a game here in Game 2. Ruby really got to get up to a strong start. Try to do what they did in Game 1 and try to stand.
Smith for the Giants, Douglas for the Groove. We're ready for the tip. Tom Chichester steps in, separates them, and we're ready to get underway in Game 2. Tip will be controlled by the Giants as Mickens able to pull it down, waits for everybody else to get into the front court, and we're going to start the offense now. Tucker will have the ball on the left wing, give it to Johnson. Johnson over to Mickens on the right wing. 10 on the shot clock. Got to move here. Mickens picks up his dribble. High post to Johnson. Corner to Smith. Fakes a three. Steps back. He's going to shoot it anyway. And knocked it down. Elijah Smith, Superman is what they call him, and he's super on that shot. 3-0 Giants. Harris will start the offense. No pressure. Getting across the line. 10 on the shot clock. Fuqua has it left wing. Guarded by Johnson. Goes to Bailey on the baseline. Left side into the lane with a pass to Harris. And Harris, a little floater that's going to fall through. First bucket for the Grove. 3-2 Giants in the early going. We've played almost a minute here in Laredo. Mickens will have the ball top of the key, actually between the circles. Tucker has it now over on the left side, way away from the wing. Mickens now right wing, goes to Bell on the baseline, all the way across. Tucker pokes it to Smith. Smith in the paint, going to have to fire it out to Bell. A three at the shot clock buzzer will bound away, and the rebound comes down to Douglas. Harris. Smith will give it to Bailey. Right side. Now at the elbow to Douglas. A little outside of the elbow. Three on the way from Harris. Knocked it down. Got the screen from Douglas, and Harris, who was cold as ice last night, is hot and on fire here in the early going. Johnson will bring it across for the Giants. Tucker back to Smith now. Top of the key. Drive in. Flash pass out to Mickens, three-pointer, left side, short. Douglas, good block out, and the rebound. And they're limiting the Giants early on to just one look at it. No offensive rebounds yet. The Giants with a 25 rebound difference last night in the game. Here's a three. Nope. Pass. Bailey thought about the three and passes to Smith. Back out to Harris. Harris going to drive on Bell. Throws it up and a foul. They're going to get Bell on the ball.
What a better way to get it. First quarter. You know, Jim is attacking from inside the paint. They're moving the ball quickly. He's cutting in, and it's wide open. And so far, the Giants don't have an answer.
First foul of the game on Bell. That's his first. And Harris to the free throw line completes the old-fashioned three-pointer by sinking the free throw. Harris has all of the Groove's points. It's 8-3. And looking now, they say the Giants only have two. They're going to give two to Elijah Smith on that jumper. Here's a layup underneath to Tucker. Tucker goes reverse, gets it to go in around the defender. So the Giants answer 8-4 now. With the Groove on top. Doubling up the Giants here in the early going. Pass out of the lane. Flies through. The defense did not respond. Tucker did not respond over, and Douglas with a fine jam.
Getting the key players going here. Harris and Douglas.
Mickens to Tucker. Now into the corner. A three on the way from Bell. Too hard. Rebounded by Smith. Only one look again. Smith on the run. Got on his horse. Down to Harris. Top of the key. Douglas make the three. And then puts up a 12-footer from the free throw line. That's good. Douglas has scored 2 buckets in a row. 12-4 Groove. This is exactly as John stated. The start we saw last night. The Groove in a quick start. The Giants slow to get started. Here is an 18-footer that's going to bounce out by Bell, and an offensive rebound by Smith. He's able to get a shot up, missed it, but fouled on the second attempt for a putback. And Smith will go to the free throw line. Coming out to tell us the foul, it'll go against Bailey, and that's the first. Bailey has been in foul trouble in every game of this tournament.
That's a big rebound there by Superman Elijah Smith. You're going to have to fight down low there. You're going to have to crash the board, something that the Giants are going to have to do, because right now the Groove are outside Jim. There's boxing out. It's easy. Good job there. This is the Muhammad squad so far. They got to sustain it though, Jim. We saw them lose it a little bit last night.
First free throw will go for Smith. The second one will go as well. So Smith gets down 2. He'll help the Giants. 6 cuts the lead. 2-6. And Smith, his progress stopped. Goes to Harris now. Goes to the right corner. They get across into the front court. We reset now. Smith, left corner. Bailey turns the baseline. Gets up from Tucker. Defense shot block. Johnson takes it. Giants on the run. Going to go to Mickens. Mickens lost it. Out of bounds. It'll go the other direction. Never really had control of the basketball after Johnson tried to no-look around the defender, and he lost it out of bounds. Turnover for the Giants, 8:13 to go in this first quarter, and a 6-point lead for the Groove. Harris will bring it up. The football out of Bailey, about 3, guarded by Tucker. Swing it to the corner, 3 on the way. It's no good by Smith, but an offensive rebound for Harris, and the Groove will try it again. Hoopla now way out near the center circle. Creeping up to Bailey, left lane, flash into the lane. Step, no. Johnson comes down with a loose ball. Never really had a chance. Looks like Bailey may have lost it on the way up. Tucker now on the left wing, looking at a defender. It's Bailey right in his eyes. Down on the baseline, steps back, stops, shoots a rainbow 8-footer that will fall through Jerron Tucker with 4. The Giants cut into it a bit more. 12-8. We'll get immediate at the next whistle. There's Hoopla in the corner. Bailey, a 3 on the way. Too hard. Rebound comes down to Bell. Battling Douglas, tipped it to himself. Off to Johnson. Johnson, top of the key, underneath to Smith. And Smith trying to jump before he got the basketball. Loosed it out of bounds. And that will be another turnover. We have immediate timeout. 12-8 Groove over the Giants in the early going with 7:09 left to go in the first. Back in a moment on Sports Radio America. Let's check in with sideline reporter Baxter Colbert. Three early turnovers for Jacksonville. That's been the story so far. They trailed by 4. Game 2, that's the 3. Harris is going to make a move into the lane. Missed the shot. Rebound to Bell. Bell had the great defense that time. Mickens all the way to the other end. Hands off to Johnson. His shot blocked by Harris. The second attempt, though, will be a foul. And Johnson will go to the free throw line, and it's actually Smith getting back on defense. It's going to be called for the foul, and that is his first. Second team foul in the Groove in the quarter, and Joshua Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2.
Jim, that was a great job by Faith and Harris going back here on the court to make that stop, not giving the Giants an easy lane. You need to have it here against Jacksonville. So you're going to assume that you do everything you can offensively and defensively.
Jacksonville left some points at the line last night. Tonight, 3 for 3 so far. Let's hope I don't jinx Johnson. Second one is up and good. He has his first 2 points of the game. Pressure by the Giants, and the Groove get it across. pass. Fuqua will set it up, give it to Douglas at the right elbow. Now over to Smith. Smith to Harris. Harris back to Smith in the lane, kicks it out to Bailey. He's got to shoot. Douglas over to Fuqua. Fuqua throws one up with one on the shot clock and somehow gets it to go down. Fuqua a three. First bucket for him. He did that last night as well. A prayer answered. Johnson is going to go to Smith. 15-10, Groove with a 5-point lead. Bell at the high post, out to Mickens. Mickens lost the basketball, but regained it. Was not able to get the three off. Goes inside to Johnson. Now back out. Smith for a three. Too hard. Rebounded. Last touch by Fuqua as it goes out of bounds. I believe that Bailey had a shot at it, and when he touched it, it went off Fuqua's hands and outside the baseline.
Go. William, come on.
Tucker gives off to Smith on the baseline. A 17-footer. No good again. And Tucker had a tip, but then gets called for the push on the rebound. Tucker's first foul. 5:50 left to go here in the first period. The Groove lead by 5, 15-10. More pressure by the Giants, but it is not effective. And a holding call underneath as Fuqua went to the rim.
Oh, my God.
And the call is going to be against Tucker. He picks up 2 fouls in the span of 20 seconds on the floor. And I believe that Gerard Tucker is going to have to take a seat. He will, and coming in will be the man of last night's game, Clyburn, Jerome Clyburn. And Douglas, a hook shot in the lane that the defense fell asleep on, and Douglas gets it to go down. His 6th point of this one, 17-10 Groove. Smith over to Clyburn. Clyburn down to Bell on the baseline, but way out in the corner. Here's Mickens across the way. Left side, goes into the paint. Stop. Fake, put up the shot, no good, rebounded by Douglas. And the Groove on the run. Harris will wait for a few teammates. They get across the timeline. Here's a shot by Douglas. A little bit too short. Rolled across the rim and came off to Clyburn on the other side. So Douglas missed the shot. Giants on offense again. Mickens a three from the right corner. Got it to go. First field goal for Maurice Mickens. He had 17 last night. 37 in the final goal game against DMV.
Come on, Giants!
13. Groove.
Come on, Giants! Let's go!
Smith back to Harris between the circles.
Come on, defense!
Pick up his dribble. Time on the shot clock and possibly a turnover. Harris is going to have to do something quickly. Running one-hander comes off, and the rebound lost by Johnson, picked up by Smith. Back to Harris to the lane. Another floater will go.
6 rebounds already.
10 points and an offensive foul by Clyburn. As he was trapped over near the bench, Harris went to the floor. Not sure there was any contact or not, but Clyburn called for the offensive foul.
I use my phone to show you. So when you're going to post, but you don't
There's Douglas getting free throws, but up good defense by Bell, and a loose ball picked up by Douglas. And now Bailey into the corner to Smith. Harris back outside, up top, 5 on the shot clock, into the lane, kicks it to the corner. Smith 3 on the way, no. And the rebound comes down to Jacksonville. Mickens able to take off Douglas for the ball. And Jacksonville with numbers 5 on 3. 2 of them very late getting back. Clyburn's 3 is on the way from the right wing, no good. Douglas the rebound, the Groove on the run. 2 on 2, Harris 3, good. 13 in the quarter for Fabian Harris. He has made up for last night in bunches, 22-13. Groove with a 9-point lead. Nearing the 3-minute mark left to go in the first. Smith. Johnson a 3 over on the left side. Got it to go down. And Johnson, his first field. Going to the rim was Bailey. Bell right there, good defense. And Jacksonville with the ball. Mickens into the paint, has it stripped away. his first field goal, lead back to 8. Smith has it. Over to Mickens, a 3 on the way, partially blocked. Comes down to the groove. Douglas with a loose ball. And intercepted by Schreiber, but he knocks it out of bounds. And Kukla, the man the pass was intended to go to. We have a media timeout. It'll be Groove basketball when we get back. The lead has been sustained a bit longer than it was last night. Groove by 8. Back in a moment on Sports Radio America. Jacksonville in the waning stages of the first quarter, trailing by 8. Baxter Culver was in the huddle. What did they say, Bax?
Come on, Giants, let's go!
Thank you very much, Baxter Culver, sideline reporter, Jim Tyree, John Kelly, Memphis Spence here at courtside, bringing you game 2 of the ABA Championship. Groove with an 8-point lead. 8 minutes into the game, has it right now for Windy City. Gives off to Douglas, back to Williams, 3 on the way, no good, too strong. Rebound comes down to Johnson, but a loose ball and a pass out to Bernard Nugent, who's into the game for the Giants. He'll go over to Clyburn. Clyburn goes to Bell. 3, top of the key, too hard. Big, long kick rebound, and Nugent will chase it down. Offensive rebound for the Giants. That's how they got back into it last night. Delwyn Graham into the game, layup around the rim and went to the opposite side. Put it up off the glass and in. Delwyn Graham, first bucket of the game. 24-18.
Come on, hustle, Giants. Come on. Come on.
This is Smith with an 18-footer, too strong. Johnson the rebound. Harris really the only one with outside shooting success here tonight for the Groove. Giants the other way. It is Johnson giving to Nugent into the paint. Almost lost it. Shot blocked out of bounds by Douglas. Douglas plays so much taller than his 6'7".
Calvin Warner comes in for the Giants. He had 14 points in game 1, 10 points against the Warriors, 15 as a sophomore to goal. They need their secondary scoring. Reese Mickens has been taken out of this game.
8 seconds on the shot clock and a turnover. Nugent lost the ball. Up the floor to Smith. Smith gets into the front court, waits for his teammates, gives it to Kukla. Kukla had it knocked away, gets it back. Douglas, free throw back. Takes a trip to the rim, can't get it to go, tips it back up and in off the glass. Douglas with 8 in the quarter. 26-18, the lead is 8 again, less than a minute to go. Clyburn will bring it across, guarded by Williams. Get it up to Johnson, right side, down on the block to Warner, around to the left corner to Nugent. Floater, no good, short, tipped, and Douglas comes down with it, and a foul called on the Giants. They're going to get Johnson for the foul.
You say he plays bigger than his size. Get the ball back. No second chance points for Jacksonville.
R.J. Wright checks into the game for Jacksonville. Out of Jacksonville, Florida. Played here in Texas and Prairie View A&M. Big stand-up Poppy fan and a steal in the backcourt, but Tom Chichester blows the whistle and says that Bernard Nugent committed the foul to get the steal. So, first foul on Bernard Nugent, 6th in the quarter on the Giants. Williams gets it up the floor. The 3D line is on for the first time tonight. Nugent will bring it across the timeline after the long pass down the floor is stolen. Going up for the pass, and a foul called on Nugent's drive to the rim. And he'll go to the line to shoot 3 free throws with the 3D light on. They're going to call Fuqua for the foul, his third, or pardon me, his first, team's third. And with 16.2 on the clock left remaining in the first quarter, Bernard Nugent can cut into the lead with 3 free throws.
Tom, wake up now. Too big. Too big.
First one will go down for Nugent. He's been with this team, although, as Kevin Waters said in his pregame interview, he's a rookie. He's been with his team pretty much all season, a 78% free throw shooter. And our Jakes didn't miss the second one. Second free throw, pardon me, third free throw. 26-20. Baseline, go over to Williams. Floater is good. 10 seconds left. They scored quickly. That'll be the first field goal for Williams. They'll have to get it up. 2 on the clock. Nugent 3 on the way. No. And the buzzer sounds ending the first. A 10-point lead for the Blue, 30-20. We go to the second frame. When we return, you're listening to Game 2 of the ABA Championship Series here on Sports Radio America.
Okay, we got
Everybody's 10-7. You said that. Good, yeah.
Take picture?
If we can, at halftime, try to get Muhammad as he goes on. Yep. I'm going to hold him up and throw it to you.
Yeah. I got some if you want it now. I got some now.
Let's go once again to our sideline reporter, Baxter Coleman, and see what he has for us during the quarter switchover. I inadvertently give the wrong score at the break. It is not 30-20, it's 28-20. The scoreboard had put up 4 for the Grooves for that last basket. They only had 2. So 28-20 Grooves, they have the ball to start the second quarter. Into the game is Christopher Miller, and his pass poked away, stolen by Delroy Brown of the Giants, a former LSU product. We'll give it to Nugent. Get up the floor at the free throw line, go into the paint, throw it up off the glass, miss it, and the loose ball comes out to R.J. Wright. Graham will get it back, elbow, floater, creeps in. Graham with another bucket, he has 4. Until they got it. Pressure by the Giants now, and a foul called on, I believe, Nugent as they tried to double team Smith. Nugent does it too. And the Groove will inbound in front of their own bench. Matthew Muhammad not happy, although the official did call the foul. He's trying to calm Smith down.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Stop trying to play ball.
Inbounds pass to Williams. They will take the pressure off. Low. Doing man-to-man. Trip. Bernard Nugent has picked up foul number 3 for tripping. Dave Williams and Reese Wiggins is going to make it quick. Injuries back in the game.
Wiggins hasn't really got the scoring going now. Now you also got to look to Tucker has 2 guys here.
Smith will bring it to the lane, go across to Douglas, and Douglas wants the handle. Last touch though by Brown. So we remain with the Groove. They inbound underneath their own goal. Dillard will trigger that. Dillard, the south small forward out of Chicago, played at Tinley Park. And a steal on the inbound. Warner able to come up with it after Clyburn tipped it. Mickens all the way down. His pass is stolen. He tried to save it in bounds. It went off his leg, and last touch, though, by Smith of the Windy City Groove. It will remain with Jacksonville.
Other players here waiting to try to help him out. Some ball screens.
Coming into the game for the Groove, Bailey and Dillard will sit back down. Also into the game is Phil Jackson, the big 6'9" center, is in from Fresno Pacific. Mickens with 8 on the shot clock, picked up his dribble, needs help, finds it in R.J. Wright, 3 on the way from the corner, no good. Rebounded, though, by Williams of the Groove. They had a 10-second rebound in the backcourt. Here's R.J. Wright. 3D light is on, and a foul at the rim as Warner went right to the goal, and the foul is going to be called on Gabe Williams. That'll be foul number 1 on him. But a big 3D opportunity here for Calvin Warner. Warner last night had 14 points, one of 4 Giants in double figures, was 1 of 1 from the free throw line. We'll see what he does here.
The score came down. Really a good secondary score for the Jacksonville squad. It's good, Cal.
Was at Eastern Michigan in college, then transferred to Jacksonville University. 17 points a game in his senior year at Jacksonville, and that was back in 2003. He was in double figures both years at Eastern Michigan. Second free throw will go down. First one was missed. But that cuts the lead to 5, and the Giants have been flirting with that 4-point lead for a while, but can't get under that since early in the first quarter. Fabian Harris will go to Smith, who will be able to start their offense.
Come on, John, defense!
Bramble, a strong move, and Douglas now in double figures with 10 points and lead back to 6. With 2 minutes gone here in the second quarter. R.J. Wright's going to go to Mickens. Left side, Mickens decides to go back to Wright. They'll play catch. Mickens a 3 on the way, left side, too strong. Tapped out, taken by Jackson of the Groove. He did that in the backcourt, so the 3D light is on after the turnover by Jackson. And the Giants with an opportunity here. They have not been good from the Kelly. They have not shot well from 3-point range. Almost looks like a 1-3-1. Here's Wright with a 3 that's an air ball. 3D opportunity squandered, if you will. And I have to go in the second. 30-24 Groove. Harris with it. Over to Bailey. They're also in the zone. Inside, Phil Jackson loses the ball. Chased down by Douglas. Then on the shot clock. He'll put one up. It is only a 2. So Douglas with a 19-footer. It goes down. 32-24. Mickens across the timeline. Clyburn still in there. For the Giants, they have Graham, Wright, Mickens, Clyburn, and Warner. And Jermaine Bell will check back in at the next break. Mickens, left wing, going to drive into the paint, hand it off to Warner, throw it up, charge foul called on Mickens. And that happened as he passed over to Warner. So no basket. Mickens his first foul. That is the second on the Giants in the quarter. Mickens pleading his case to Reggie Higgins, but he's not going to get any sympathy from the veteran official. Bell will take Graham out of the game. He's back in. 32-24, 8-point lead. We've vacillated between 4 and 8 pretty much the entire way since the midway point of the first quarter.
Let's go. Hustle. Come on, Giants.
Over to Smith. Playing motion around the perimeter. Variation motion. Bailey on the right. To Harris. Too long, and it doesn't hit anything, and that is a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Giants, especially John Kelly, to get around the screen on top.
It's all about health. It's all about
Clyburn goes to Warner. Warner outside the paint, goes to Mickens, wide open for a three. This one doesn't go either. Bell had the offensive rebound, last touch as it's knocked out of bounds. I thought by Bailey, and they are going to keep it with Jacksonville. Fresh 24, though, after Mickens' three came off the mark. He is now 1 of 6.
Jacksonville got it going also last night. Not attacking. Here's not shooting right wing from left to right. You don't attack the bucket. It's easy cricket for the group.
Nate Fuqua checked in and a walk on Bell. Fuqua checked in for Smith. Bell walks, and Jacksonville taking their time getting down the floor. Groove already on the way down. Get into the front court. Jacksonville. Fuqua with a look at the three. Drives it over to Douglas to Jackson, and Jackson off the glass and good. Hung in the air until they could get free of the defense to get his first field goal of the game. That's a 10-point lead for the Groove. Bell, a jumper on the baseline, no good. Tapped out and saved in to Harris, and a foul called on Clyburn as he went for the basketball, fighting Harris for it. Nothing going right for the Giants right now. We're in the second quarter at our first media timeout. 34-24 Groove here on Sports Radio America. It's rebounding.
It's 13 for the Groove, 13 to 8. 13 for the Groove. 8 for
Oh, no, they didn't.
We're just having fun. That's all we do.
Last night, Windy City had Douglas, but no Harris. Tonight, they've got both of them. 13 for Harris, 12 for Douglas. Windy City huddle during the timeout. We'll check in with Baxter Colburn a little bit later in this quarter. 7:35 left to go, and that's before halftime. 34-24 Groove. They have the ball through. Stop for the baseline. Comes back out there. It's three short. May have been Giants get it on their horse. Clyburn baseline to Bell, hook shot, fades in. That one came off the rim, off the glass, and went down for Bell, his first field goal of the game. Back to a single-digit lead for the Groove. Into the corner, Smith. Fuqua, a long three of 24 feet, no good. Corner the rebound, quickly up to Clyburn. He's going to attack 1-on-2 off the glass. Clyburn with a huge shot. His first field goal, he had 15 last night. Harris into the front court, goes it through. His case, he got into the paint. Throw the pass, but he took one to the timeout. Wants a full timeout as well. 34-28. Giants 4-0 run here in the last few moments. 6:34 left to go before halftime. And let's go to Baxter Colburn and see what Matthew Muhammad is talking about with his team.
Last night.
Thank you, Baxter. John Kelly, 13 tonight in rebounds. Last night it was a 25 rebound difference, 49-24 in favor of the Giants. Obviously, Windy City's doing better than they thought.
They definitely are, Jim. he's so patient. I really love the patience I'm seeing from the group. Driving the paint, not rushing their passes, letting the plays develop. And for the Giants, they're going too aggressive. Things are opening up for them. But for the Giants, on those last two possessions, 12 points in the paint. Attack the basket, attack the paint. You will be successful. It's how the Giants took over the game last night.
Matthew Muhammad saw a trend there in Jacksonville that they were getting some momentum, so he calls the timeout. We're ready for action. Jacksonville with the ball, 34-28. 6:34 left to go here in the second quarter. Clyburn will bring it across, give it to Wright. Clyburn, Wright, Bell, Mickens, and Warner. Three from Mickens is no good. He's short. He's having a tough time with the 7. Harris gets trapped. He gets across the back. Throws it stolen by Bell on his run down to the other end of the floor. Spin move and a foul called on Jackson. Or maybe Fuqua, I'm not sure. Yeah, they're going to get the forward for the group, Fuqua, for his second foul. The 3D light, I believe, was supposed to be on, but they have made no indication that it's going to come on for that one. Bell is going to get 2 free throws, and I guess since the trap happened in the fourth quarter, the 3D light is not going to come on. Bell misses the first free throw. 6:11 to go before halftime. Tim Time, John Keller, Max Colvin, Mr. Spence, the whole crew at Sports Radio America on hand. Game 2 of the NBA Championships. Jacksonville leads. One game tonight. Second free throw does go down. We'll bring it across.
Defense.
Jackson jump shot good from 13 at the free throw line. Jackson with 4. That's all he had last night. He's already equaled that here in this one. Good minutes for Matthew Muhammad from Phil Jackson. Here's a 3 from Bell. That is good. And could heat up the good Fuqua. It's around the screen from Douglas. He's going to drive into the paint. Mickens to Clyburn. And 3-on-2 break for the Giants. Layup is good. That cuts the lead to 2. Closest the Giants have been since early in the first quarter. How did he do that? Threw it up over his head and it went down. Bell on the way for 3, missed it. And Jackson, the rebound, throws it in. And Fuqua is in the right spot. Bell and Mickens, the only ones on defense. Bell is able to get the loose ball. And last touch before it goes out. Clyburn was wanting to get a substitution into the game, but the official said no. Warner on the baseline kicks it back out. Clyburn, Mickens down, top of the key. Bell at the elbow, left side, back to Clyburn. 6 on the shot clock, goes into the lane. Bell finds the loose ball, throws it up, no good. Off the glass with a second attempt, good. His first attempt was partially blocked, but he stayed with it. Bell has 8 in this quarter. And the lead is back to 2 with 3:57 to go. Fuqua goes in, has it knocked away by Mickens. 15 on the shot clock, and substitutions now coming in for the Giants. It's going to be Johnson coming back in for the first time tonight. Bruce Brown, 7-foot center. Richmond, Virginia will get in. We'll continue here after the media timeout. Groove by 2 on Sports Radio America.
You said they went there? They went there?
So how about Logan?
Yeah. Yes. What is the latest you guys are open? Okay. If there's a large party, do you guys stay open?
Ready?
3:54
Yes.
before halftime. That's the quarter. What did you hear in the timeout?
24 people coming after the game. So I want to know if you guys are going to accommodate us if it's past 11 o'clock, to start eating.
Guys are very big right now with Warner, Brown, and Johnson in there. Here's Fuqua with a three, top of the key. Good. He is heating up. 2 threes now on 4 attempts. And that pushes the lead back to 5. Everything had gone Jacksonville's way up to that point. Here's Johnson with an answer 3. Does he get it? No, too hard on the right wing. Fuqua there for the rebound. Johnson not rebounded his way. Harris is trying to set the offense. People in the wrong spots. Now gets everybody set. Smith to Douglas. And to Harris. Side to the left. Driving the lane off the backboard. No good. Brown there for the rebound. And then loose ball. Picked up. Touch. Smith. Lead Jacksonville basketball. I think he's made the right call there. Brown picked it up after he was on the baseline. The crew complaining that Brown touched it, but he didn't until it had already gone out of bounds. This is not a huge offensive team in the game right now. Warner on the block with the basketball and a wall. RJ Wright, he was pleading for the basketball, was Warner. Wright got it to him, and then a super step caused him to travel.
So it was a little
Away. Up to Mickens. After Wright gets the steal, the layup is good. Mickens with 5 points now. He started slow last night. Even slower tonight. He had 10 at halftime in game 1, 5 in this one so far. Lead is 3, 41-38. 2:20 left to go before halftime. Douglas picks up with it short. Johnson in the right spot for the ball to fall right into his night. He'll hand off to Mickens, and the Giants go the other direction. They are moving left to right as we see it from the scorer's table in their orange uniforms. Warner to Brown, and the dunk didn't go. Tries it again with the tip. Brown. First field goal from him. Lead is 1. This is the Giants in there. 6 opening moments of the first quarter. Drew looking at a 8-2 lead to start things. And then on as many as 11. So the football left side. A jump shot again with the 10-footer. And the rebound by Johnson. And down the floor, RJ Wright reverse left is good. Right got ahead of the defense. Mickens leading them. And the Giants have their first lead since the 8-minute mark of the first quarter. All the momentum going Jacksonville's way. And is there a timeout? No timeout. Jacksonville stays on the floor. Starting to go over the huddle. Matthew Muhammad was Wright gets it across to Johnson into the front court. Johnson in through the paint. Loses the ball. Mickens is there to pick it up left wing. 14-13 now the shot clock. Smith is guarding Mickens over to Johnson. Now inside to Brown, who got 3. Layup goes in. Slam is there for one. Now 4. First field goal for Warren. Same thing we saw last night. Jacksonville won near the end of the first half to take the lead. They're on 3. 45 seconds remaining. Hits the Douglas. Open 3 didn't take. On the shot clock, throws around the screen at the top. And a loose ball taken by Brown, but Brown fouled him as he tried to go around the midfield and put up the shot. Brown has picked up foul number 1. And Harris is going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Oh, that was funny.
Harris hits the first free throw. He's 2 of 2 now. And he has 14 points. This one's going to pass off. An offensive rebound.
Come on,
for
Giants,
Smith. Tipped away by Johnson. It will remain with the groove. They'll inbound right in front of the Jacksonville bench. Big miss and a big rebound by Smith. Almost intercepted. Harris reset things. High screen. Over to the corner. Smith. Baseline. Lost the ball. Picked it back up. Into the tall trees. And Douglas loses the ball. High up on the floor. Who's going to be with the basketball? It'll be the Giants. Possession arrow goes to them. Johnson and Douglas. Wrestle for that one. Greco-Roman style. Timeout is going to be called by Jacksonville's bench. They were wanting to know how many they had left. I don't think they've taken any in this game. So a timeout with seconds remaining before halftime. The Giants lead by 2. They have the ball. We'll keep it right here as we are not going to go away just before halftime here. Baxter Colburn will give us a report as to what's happening in the Windy City Crew huddle here in just a few moments. Bell has exploded for 8 points here in the second quarter, has really been the catalyst for the Giants to retake the lead, although Harris has 14. Douglas has 14 as well for Windy City. Nobody else has gotten on track. Book was hit a couple of threes, but he's also missed a couple as well.
And also, if you look at the rebounding differential here, Windy City still rebounding well. 17 to 11. Again, he's only hit a couple of threes.
Come on, Giants, let's go. Hustle, bustle, we got this. Come on, Giants, let's go. Hustle,
Max, what did you hear?
I need you strong now.
Jacksonville's going to face full court pressure. Thank you, Bax. As they try to inbound this. 22 seconds remaining before halftime. An interesting interview for Ron Schultz, the owner of the Jacksonville Giants. He doesn't do a whole lot of interviews. Mighty privileged here tonight. Mickens, shot clock off. Chance to hold for 1. Johnson with motion offense. Goes over to the left side. Guarded by Bailey. Goes inside to Brown. His good. The ball is shaking. Bailey tries to get it at the last second. And it will be short. The stadium shaking.
Yes. Yes.
Great move by the big man out of Hampton, Virginia. He shakes the Giants to a 4-point lead here at halftime. With the coach, Matthew Muhammad, here's Baxter.
Why can't you hear him?
Matthew Muhammad, head coach of the Windy City Group. They led until the last 2 minutes of the first half. They trailed by 4. Baxter will talk with Kevin Waters, the head coach of the Jacksonville Giants, in a little bit as they come out of the locker room. We'll see what he has to say about his team's comeback. Let's take a break and catch our breath. Everybody else is going to try to load up that picture they took of Bruce Brown shaking the place and send it out on Twitter. Back in a moment. You're listening to the ABA Championships on Sports Radio America.
How you guys doing?
Good job.
Want to do
Ron,
something?
absolutely. I'll have you sit down right here.
Okay. Where you want me to pull a chair up?
Yeah. Well, he's going to come out.
All right.
We're going to put you on this headset.
Since we're ahead, I'm here.
That was the bargain. I was like, I was getting nervous.
Yes, man. I love your dog. Killing it, Jimmy. I love it.
Good, good. When'd you get into town? When'd you get into town?
You guys keep track of all these guys?
Tried to.
So far, huh? You guys feel the energy right here? Court side?
Windy City rebounding really better than they were last.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
All right, stand by. Halftime at the Laredo Energy Arena, 46-42. Giants lead the Groove in Game 2. Giants have a one-game lead in the best-of-3 series for the championship of the ABA in the 2015-16 season. I'm Jim Tyree, and leading scorers, Levante Douglas has 14. So does Fabian Harris for Windy City. Combined 28 of the 42 for the Groove. Jermaine Bell came on for 8 near the end of the first half, and he is one of the leaders for his team. Also, and they've spread it out fairly well, 5 points apiece for Joshua Johnson and Maurice Mickens. But everybody getting involved in the contest here tonight as Jacksonville tries to close this out. Joining me now courtside, Ron Scholes, the owner of the Jacksonville Giants. And I feel pretty privileged, Ron. You're going to do a lot of interviews. We were told that.
Oh, yeah, I tried that.
We're glad you came down to talk with us a little bit here tonight. You've been with the Giants since they started. The first time Ayakula and I walked into the arena down at the War Memorial Arena in Jacksonville to do a game, we were completely blown away. You guys do a first-rate, first-class game.
Yeah, we tried separate.
What's the most important thing in trying to set up that show that's obviously one of the best?
Well, you know, just doing the entire thing from we'll probably do a lot more than college sports and summer sports.
The ABA expanding. Joe Newman, of course, back with the ABA. Expansion has been unbelievable. This year, even more so, coming up in the next season, there are going to be even more teams in the ABA. I know that you're on the executive committee, that expansion has been such a big part of plans for this league.
Yeah, and we're looking for it.
I know you're extremely happy with the executive coach who's been working on this for 7 years, and you're extremely happy with And I was coming to that. We're talking with Ron Scholes, owner of the Jacksonville Giants. You were champions in 2012, 2013. A little bit of a space there before you get back to the championship this year. I know you were really intent on getting this team back to this level.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I know you trust a lot of the people that you brought on to do things for you. Basically, not like that situation. You just kind of sit back and let them do their job. Well, we enjoyed the heck out of coming down to Jacksonville a couple of times. We came down to the week, and Sports Radio America couldn't be happier. If we see Jacksonville on the schedule, we know we're going to be treated first rate. We're really happy to be associated with you guys, and had a lot of fun doing games down there. We really appreciate Ron Scholes, the owner of the Jacksonville Giants, started as head coach, but he lets Kevin Waters do that for him, and we appreciate him coming down and talking with us just for a few minutes here. So we've tried to introduce you to a lot of the main characters this season in the ABA, from Joe and people underneath Joe, some of the other members of the executive committee, such as Matt Watson, of those, our player John Marley, did in Laredo, and the event he has put on here for this championship event, even though his team got beat out in the first of the contest back on Monday, still stuck with it, and has really put on quite an event here for the ABA championship. It's been a great championship.
It's hard to dominate a league. Year in, year out.
And it says something that when you hear about players that play for the Giants, that play for somebody else, they come to the Giants because of the winning attitude that the Giants have and the team that they put together. Baxter Colbert is courtside. Let's go to Baxter and see if we can get comments of the head coach of Jacksonville, Kevin Waters. Go ahead, Baxter. Kevin Waters, the head coach of the Jacksonville Giants, with Baxter Colburn, and we are getting ready to wind down halftime and get ready for the second half. Everybody catch your breath, as it should be exciting. Game 2 of the best of 3 series for the ABA Championship. The Giants lead 1-0, and they also have the lead 46-42. Back in a moment on Sports Radio America. Sweaty years. There she is. That's my baby.
Okay, I'm trying to check back in at the table after I try to go to the table that way I'm within the zone, but I'm not too far away from
Thank you. Ooh, it's cold too.
Grew up in Milwaukee, listened to WTN. I was like, hey, what's your break from?
Just a bit outside.
He beat a rocket up his ass to catch that one. Remember that one for the second night food?
What was the Japanese guy's name?
I'm good.
You need to?
a good convention last one.
If you want to bring it to me, I can run down scoring. And about a minute to go, I'll take one last break for one commercial.
Okay. This is 1 minute commercial, so it's probably going to be about 2:30.
The book said Harris at 12, not 13. I checked it.
I got 14.
Well, it must be off the book. It said taken.
They gave somebody else a bunch. I know.
Check over here.
So we know about that one.
I'll check.
He already told me. Let me count that up. 14, 16, 22, 24, 38, 42.
Yeah, that was a offense in the second quarter, but no one was double figures.
Jim, no one's in double figures for the Giants yet, right? Bell just says 8. Bell is 8, but no one else in double figures for the Giants, right?
46-42, Giants over the Crew, game 2, ABA Championship, running down the scoring here for the Giants first, led by Tremaine Bell, 8 points all in the second quarter. 5 points for Maurice Mickens, 4 for Delwyn Graham, 2 for Bernard Nugent, 4 points for Jerome Clyburn, 2 points for R.J. Wright, 4 for Gerard Tucker, 4 for Elijah Smith, 4 points for Calvin Warner, 5 points for Joshua Johnson, and 4 for Bruce Brown. 11 players in the scoring group. Nobody with more than 5 points other than Jermaine Bell, who has 8 points. Windy City led by the 14 of Fabian Harris. Also 14 for Levante Douglas. Other than that, it's few and far between. Nate Fuqua has hit a couple of threes. He has 6. 4 points for Phil Jackson, who checked into the game near the end of the first quarter. Was able to get some offense going for this group when they needed it. 2 for Adonis Bailey and 2 for Gabe Williams. And I'll tell you something, John Kelly, real quick in 10 seconds here. Adonis Bailey has to score more than 2 points.
Yeah, we know he can shoot the outside. He has to attack the basket. That's what he was able to get some of those 11 points to start last night. One of the economy about Phil Jackson was running pretty good. 3 rebounds off the bench, 4 points. That's what you need here this year.
Take a break, come back, be ready for the start of the second half here on Sports Radio America. The ABA Championships will continue.
It must be wrong. I think the book's a 16 for that. I'm going to stick with what you have. I'm going with
They
what
gave
you have. They gave Douglas 2.
16. Oh, wait.
No, it was, I stood in front of the camera.
Oh.
Good news if you're a Groove fan, you get the ball first to start the second half, and Harris will set the play as we are underway in the second half. Giants hold a 4-point lead. Smith will give it back to Harris. Now Bailey on the right wing, deep out front to Harris. A 3, got it. That's it to 1. Tucker down to Smith. Mickens now. Smith, Tucker, left wing, drives down to the baseline, puts up a floater that doesn't go. Rebounded by Fuqua, the Groove. Bell had a shot at it, but overshot it. Harris goes down to Smith in the corner, back to Harris. Johnson out on him on defense. It's a screen from Fuqua. Over to Bailey. Bailey back to Fuqua. A shot from the top of the key is no good. Johnson skies way up to get the rebound. Mickens will get it across the timeline. 11 minutes. We played 1 minute of the second half. Johnson, way out between the circles. Mickens goes inside the Bell, back to Johnson. Johnson off the glass, missed it. Pittman doesn't go for Smith. This time the rebound down to the groove as Smith goes over his head and the football quickly up the floor. Three on the way from Bailey, left corner, too strong. Rebound comes down to Smith. Smith back to Bailey. Bailey charges, no blocking call, and the bucket. I thought Bailey charged, but they're going to call Smith for a blocking call. First foul on Smith, and Bailey with the bucket and the harm.
He said he's going to have to score the second half. That's exactly how it gets done. We got to get some credit. Kenny Smith picking up his fifth rebound. That offensive
I think about 3 of those have been offensive rebounds here tonight. Bailey with the old-fashioned 3. Can he complete it and give his team a 2-point lead? He does not. It rims out. Bell the rebound and quickly up to Mickens. A 1-point lead for the Groove. First free throw attempt for Bailey tonight, and he missed it. Gets to Johnson. Looking for somebody to streak through the middle. Not a lot of movement now. Mickens open for a 3. Now dribbles in, comes across the lane. Smith finds the basketball, loses it, and a fight on the floor for the ball. It's going to come down to Tucker and Douglas tying up for the basketball. Smith was down there as well, and Tucker was on the ankle of Smith. That had to hurt a little bit. Tucker is a big body. Held ball will give possession back to Jacksonville. Sweatmarks are out. Tucker to the inbound, trigger to the left of the goal. Mickens a quick 3 off the inbound, missed it. The rebound loose on the floor. Fuqua comes down, 3-on-2 break. As quickly the Groove get into the front court. Harris, the jump shot is good. Only a 2, an 18-footer on the right side. And Harris with 5 points in the early going of the second half. His team up by 3, 49-46 Groove. Johnson to Mickens. Mickens to Tucker. Loose ball, last touch by Douglas. No, last touch by Bell. And it'll be Groove basketball. Giants offense has come to a sputtering halt. And the Groove back on top by 3 with the ball. 9:28 left to go here in the third. Douglas has it, back to Harris. Over his head to Fuqua, an 18-footer, too strong. Tucker the rebound, up to Mickens. Giants on the run, across to Johnson. In the corner to Bell, 3 on the way. Good. Second 3 of the game for Bell. He now has 11 into double figures, the first Giant to do so, and tied at 49. Inside pass goes to Douglas. He can't use the baseline, so he comes back out. Top of the feet of Harris, over to Smith. Douglas free throw line. Harris got to shoot, 2 on the clock. Defended 3 off the glass is good.
He made an adjustment to his jump shot.
22 points for Fabian Harris. His team now with that 3-point lead again. Johnson to Bell. Around the perimeter. Tucker down to Mickens. Corner 3 on the way. Good. That's an answer from Mickens. He's hit 2 of those. Has missed 6. 2 of 8 from 3-point range. Fuqua over to Smith. 15 of the shot clock. Getting near our first media time until the third. Harris to Smith. Smith into the lane to Douglas. Kicks it over. Bailey back to Harris. 5 on the shot clock. Pushing foul. And they're going to say Mickens held on to the arm of Harris. Will be the second foul on Reese Mickens.
Just 8 points. We got a heck of a battle here, too.
Just a tick under 8 minutes left to go in the third. And as John said, all knotted at 52 on Sports Radio America.
Coming in quick. Coming in quick.
The Windy City Groove have outscored the Jacksonville Giants here in the third quarter, 10-6. In the early going, what's the rebound?
Still the Groove dominating that
Offensive rebound has been key tonight. Smith has been a big part of it. Bailey gives it to Harris. We're underway. Tied up 52. Douglas way out top. Gives it to Harris, right side. Shot of the wing into the corner. Takes a three. Back to Harris. Thought about it. Now under 10 to shoot. Baseline trolling is Bailey, and he'll get the slam of a great pass from Harris. Trolling that baseline, got free and got the easy slam, and the Groove now lead by 2. Nickens facing a 2-3 zone. Simulation variation there. Bell had a pass intercepted. Tucker couldn't come up with it, and the Groove on the way down. Transition bucket doesn't go. Smith missed the layup and the save. A push called against Windy City, and players falling out of bounds. And we'll wait and see who the foul is going to be called. I believe Bailey is going to be called for the foul. That is correct. Both players get up, shake hands. Good show of sportsmanship. This championship series has been much cleaner and much nicer than what we saw in the early going of this one. Both teams have respect for one another. Jacksonville creeping back up in that statistical category. 54-52 Groove, 7:05 to go in the third quarter. Clyburn is into the game for the Giants. He has the ball. Right wing, trying to get away from Smith defending.
Come on, 3-pointer. Come on, babe. Got this right there, right there. Right there, Smith, right there, bro. Woo!
So good at that 3-point range, and he goes skipping down the floor, skipping slim down to the defensive end. 1 point lead for the Giants. Kukla goes back to Harris. Over his head to Smith. Douglas at the elbow on the left side. Over to the right side to Kukla. He's the only one over there. 3 on the way, too strong. Rebound, Groove. They got it. Offensive rebound for Bailey. Kicked out long, and Bailey chased it down. Gives it to Harris. Harris now setting the offense. Screen from Douglas into the paint. Going up against Bell, and Bell fouled him. Leaned into it. Bell has picked up number 2. Going to the line will be Fabian Harris, and he is 2 of 3 from the line so far tonight.
Fabian Harris, a major reason why the Groove is down by 1. The major reason we saw the 7-0.
We need to just put the score.
Calvin Warner is going to check in for the Giants, and we'll see who is sitting down. Fabian Harris's first free throw is up and good. Stein Harris from the free throw line, 1 of 2 already tonight, 3 of 4. He is much more active than he was last night. It's Elijah Smith that's going to get a breather. As Warner is in there with Bell and Tucker, Nickens and Clyburn. The Groove have Smith, Harris, Kukla, Bailey, and Douglas, the starting lineup. Those guys have been the Iron Men. 56-55, Groove back on top by 1 after Harris hit both free throws. Here's a 3 on the way from Tucker. He missed it. Douglas the rebound, good block out. 10 points in the quarter for Harris, and he's got 24 overall. Kukla has the ball though for the Groove. Trying to get away from Clyburn in that far left corner. And Bell intercepts a pass. Douglas tried to go down to Bailey, and Bell intercepted it. So look what I found on turnover. Mickens to Bell. They start their offense. Tucker, Clyburn down on the baseline.
Right there.
Bell for three. Jermaine Bell is heating up in the corner, 17 overall. Giants with a 2-point lead. Big smile on Kevin Waters' face as he comes over toward us. Harris, Fuqua for three, left wing. No, too strong. Mickens will chase down the rebound. Warner, Mickens now into the front court, 3 on 2. Bell a three, no pass. He tried to get it underneath, and Harris put it all the way. Good presence of Michael Harris to get it to something.
5 minutes left in the third quarter.
5:03 to go in the third. Mickens the trigger underneath his own goal on the right side. Comes into Bell, now to Clyburn. 14 on the shot clock. Tucker, high post, out to Bell for three, right wing. This one doesn't go. Tucker, an offensive rebound, goes up. He's good. He wanted the foul, didn't get it. But he does get the bucket on the putback. The Giants up 4. Biggest lead they've had in a long time. Douglas, free throw line. 3 on the way from Fuqua. And he got it, and a foul underneath. And a foul on the Giants. They are. It's going to leave him in for right now. Phil Jackson is going to check in. Bailey is going to come out with a breather. But the three-pointer by Fuqua is good. He's 3 of 6 from three-point range. He has 9 points. And the Groove get the ball back after the foul underneath on Tucker. And a loose ball after the shots missed from the outside. It was Smith shooting a 3, missed it. Douglas got the rebound, and he is fouled as he goes inside. And picking up the foul will be Jermaine Bell. And that's foul number 3, Delwyn Graham off the bench to take those plays. Levante Douglas will go to the line to shoot 2, and the Giants, who had a little bit of momentum building a 4-point lead, have now let Windy City an opportunity come to them to retake the lead. Tucker is also going to sit down along with Bell, Graham, and Bruce Brown back in for the Giants. Tie game until this free throw, and Douglas knocked it down. 2 of 2 from the free throw on his first trip. He has 16 points. The Groove back on top by 1 by the Groove. 4:25 to go in the third. Mickens will start the offense. Find Clyburn. Way out here in no man's land. Brown to Mickens, 3 on the way. Partially blocked. Brown there. Rebound. Right back. Missed the shot. Put it up again. Missed that one. Jackson. This time rebounds up for the Groove. And this is a 3-D-line opportunity for the Giants. They've been few and far between in this game, but the Giants have not taken advantage of one of those yet in this contest. Mickens into Brown. Brown loses the ball. A foul call. Brown would have been pushed. Because the foul is yet to come over and tell us. 52, they're going to get Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson for a hold on Brown underneath as Brown tried to go with that inbound pass and put it real. Mickens this time is going to go outside the ground. He's back in the corner. Throws it out of bounds and off of Douglas. And the last touch by Douglas will give it back to Jacksonville. 21 on the shot clock. 4:01 left to go in the third.
Come on, Jimmy, come on. You got this.
He can't get it to go on the rebound down to the Groove. Smith down on that side. To Fuqua. Into the lane. floater with one hand doesn't go. Rebound by Brown. Clyburn ahead to Mickens in the front court. 1 point lead for the Groove. We have immediate timeout coming up. Mickens over to Grant, left side. Gets it back. Mickens, three on the way from top of the key. Missed it. Brown, the offensive rebound. The big 7-footer, able to get the basketball. Dribbles, goes into the paint. A little flip, hits it over his head. Bruce Brown with 6. Jacksonville back by 1. Wanted to pass it out. Finally just took it to the rim. Lukewa, right way. Down to Douglas on the baseline, right side. Spin move, goes to the rim, and a blocking foul call on Delwyn Grant.
When we talk about that was a +10 margin. A role reversal from what we saw in game 1. Moved down by 1, but that rebounding key reason why they're in this game battling to try to lead this series up.
Media timeout. It is 62-61. Giants lead by 1. And we'll keep this one right here. Baxter Colburn, our sideline reporter, will give us a report of what's going on in the Jacksonville huddle. It'll be Groove basketball when we get back. I apologize. I had a tickle in my throat. I had a cough there, so my bad. But John Kelly, the rebound is starting to even up again, and then all of a sudden the Groove have taken control of the board.
With the 5 everyone getting in the action. That's why they're controlling the margin. This is 1 point. Now the Giants got to turn this around.
24 points from Fabian Harris. Let's go to Baxter Colburn, who is in the Jacksonville huddle. Thank you. Ball in Fuqua's hands, goes to Douglas, left elbow. Thought about shooting, back out to Harris. It would have been a long 3. Now dribbles into the paint, goes over Brown, missed the shot, tipped, and taken by Clyburn. Ahead to Mickens, 1-on-2, attacks anyway, gets tripped. Landed on the basket.
Come on, man. Watch him go this way. He went that way. He went that way. Get it. He went that way.
We're going to get Smith for the foul, his second. Smith and Harris had Mickens in front of them, but Mickens tried to split the defenders, and Smith, all he could really do was commit the foul to prevent the lead. Graham tried to throw it in and threw it away. Smith to the other end. Layup is good. First bucket of the game for Smith. Lead is 3, or pardon me, back to the Groove. It's 1. Now still in the backcourt. Smith gets Clyburn, picks his pocket, gets the layup, and the 3D light is on. That means Smith able to get 3 for that layup, and the Groove now lead by 4, 66-62. Defensive pressure triggered that whole situation.
Exactly. Kenyon Smith there with 5 points. Took the top of the Giant player. He's really very key there. And you see his Jim back in front.
66-62, and we're just getting to the waning stages of the third quarter. Around 3 minutes left to go. Jacksonville had a 1-point lead, but the 5-0 run now resting on the Groove side. And we're in game 2 of this best-of-3 series in Laredo, Texas, at the Laredo Energy Arena. Jacksonville leads 1-0. They won last night 92-80. And this one a bit tighter, as Jacksonville enjoyed double-digit leads for most of the second.
Also, Jacksonville had 7 key players in foul trouble. They are losing with 3 fouls. They are Butler 3 fouls. Green Bell with 3 fouls. The rebound total.
Clyburn waiting for the play down from Kevin Waters. Gets it. 2-3 zone by the Groove. It's Warner in the paint, throws it over his head, can't get it to go. Douglas the rebound, limiting the Giants to one look again here in the third quarter. Smith, a 4-point lead, gives to Harris. Moving control right now. Fuqua, right side. Douglas, right elbow. Harris for three on the left side of the key. No. And a rebounding foul is going to be called on Windy City. That one is second on Jackson. He needs to tie his shoe. Now getting down to take care of that. Jackson taking care of that, and the Giants will have to inbound at the far end. Mickens will bring it up. He'll be picked up at about center circle by Harris. RJ Wright will check in at the next whistle for the Giants. Mickens picks it up, gives it off to Golan Grant. There's a shot clock to do something. Warner now has it, high post. Mickens down the baseline, Graham back to Warner, slam. Warner jumped. They wanted the foul, but I don't think he got touched very much. They're sitting on the Jacksonville bench. Or no, delay of game. There you go. Warner was holding the basketball after he slammed it. It does cut the lead, 66-64. Groove will have it at the other parties. 2-3 zone by the Giants. Fuqua has it right side. Now over to Harris on the left. All the way across to Fuqua. Clever on it. Behind the back. Fuqua will shoot from three. Missed it. Fuqua's been hit or miss tonight. Hot then cold, hot then cold. Screen. Clyburn gets into the front court to RJ Wright. Mickens getting a breather right now. Clyburn back to Wright. Inside. Tried to hit Warner. Threw it too hard. Off the hand of the big man Warner. Out of bounds. It'll go back to the Groove. Turnover Giants. Up to the hands of Fuqua. Into the front court. Holding the last shot. As there is about a 15-second difference on the game clock. At the end of the third. Between the legs. Wright stays with Fuqua in the paint. Over to Harris. Harris layup good. And Harris with 12 in the quarter, 26 overall. Got to go with 12 seconds on the clock. Right down the right sideline. Puts up a floater, and it goes in! RJ Wright, 4 points. Muhammad can't believe it. Smith, a blocking foul as he gets up the floor with 2 seconds on the clock. It happened at half court. I don't think they'll get free throws out of this. Smith fouled by Clyburn. That's number 3 on Clyburn. And the Groove will have to inbound with 2 seconds remaining in the quarter. Smith to Fuqua, long three, 24-footer. No, off the backboard, but it was close. 2-point lead for the Groove at the end of 3. 1 frame left to go. Jacksonville and Windy City to determine whether there's an ABA champ tonight or we have to go one more tomorrow afternoon from Laredo. You're listening to the ABA Championships on Sports Radio America. Start of the fourth quarter, let's check in with Bax Colbert and see what Bax heard in the huddle during that break. Fuqua will take it around the screen, put up a 12-footer. That's good. Fuqua from the right elbow. First 2-point bucket of the night for him. He's got 11, and the Groove back to a 4-point lead. Mickens with the basketball near center circle. Looking at that extended 2-3 zone. Clyburn on the left wing. Goes to Bell. Bell with a 3 on the way. Short. Tip back up. Good. Warner put it up high off the glass on the tip. And got it to go down. 8 for Calvin Warner. And the lead back to 2. Fuqua, guarded by Clyburn. Goes to the left elbow. Goes all the way to the corner. Back out to Harris. Jackson with the screen now, the run. Here's Smith into the lane. Kicks it back to Douglas. Got to shoot. Too late. Shot clock violation. I think they forgot how much time they had to shoot the ball.
Douglas and all that pressure.
Go. Are they going to call an offensive foul here on Clyburn?
I think they are.
Harris went to the floor as if he was elbowed in the face, and they are going to get Clyburn. Number 4 offensive foul. Boy, Harris is so good at if he's faking that. Here's Douglas in the lane on the inbound. Threw it up, foul. We'll go to the free throw line. Is it Delwyn Graham? If so, that's Graham's second foul. Graham has not been very productive tonight.
A couple games ago at 17, but really not been doing too much. I'm happy that he actually said that was on me. Let's be good, man. Why am I so down? Let's go.
Douglas has got 2 free throws coming. One is no good off to the left. He was perfect from the line in his only other trip, 2 for 2. Missed that one, so 2 for 3. He'll get 3 free throws because the 3D light was on. The offensive foul occurring in the back. Gives the 3D light to Kansas City, and he missed the second one. Third one goes down for Douglas. 71-68 Groove. He played a minute. Steal in the backcourt. Douglas slam. The dunk for 3 points with the 3D light on. 6-point lead for the Groove. Biggest it's been since the first half. Mickens on the baseline. Gets in trouble. Goes to Warner. No, check that. It's Faust. Rashad Faust into the game for the first time tonight. Big 6'7", 250-pound forward out of Atlanta.
Double.
Come on, the Groove in his field. Ball trying to come back up top. Will have it stolen by Harris. Floater in the lane is good. And Harris, his first bucket of the fourth quarter, gives his team an 8-point lead with 10:15 to go in the game. Clyburn into the front court. Mickens. Playing motion offense here. Sure, that's the best suggestion in this situation. Well, back out to Mickens. Long passes. Mickens in the lane. Floater doesn't go. Loose ball picked up by Clyburn. Offensive rebound for the Giants. Into the court. Mickens lets his man go pass. Clyburn for 3 on the left wing. Good! Clyburn, first 3 of the game. He's got 7. That'll cut the lead to 5. 9:40 to go. Nugent's going to check in a moment for the Giants. Smith pays it off for the Groove. Over to Fuqua. Douglas, they love that elbow high post offense. Now Harris into the lane. Goes up against Warner, and Warner blocked the shot. Picks it out of midair, gets it ahead to Mickens. Layup is good. That's a 3. 76-73. 5-0 run here by the Giants in the last 45 seconds. Coach Muhammad wanting to know how many timeouts he has. Fuqua has it left side. Douglas at that left elbow high post. Back out to Harris. 3 on the way from Fuqua. Good. Left wing 3 from Fuqua. Kevin Waters not happy with his defense. Mickens gets into the front court, trap leads to Clyburn. Back to Mickens, and they'll set the offense. 10 on the shot clock. Bell a three on the way. No, it rimmed out. Warner the rebound, though. Kicks it out to Mickens. He'll shoot the three. No. Rebounded by Warner. Back to Bell. Floater good. Bell on the baseline from 6 feet. 79-75. Groove by 4. Fuqua on the left wing. 8:14 left to go. And a three by Fuqua rims out. Offensive rebound, Jackson. And a goaltending call as Jackson's putback is knocked out by Bell. And Jackson now has 6 points. Substitution in the game. Clyburn is going to come out, and Nugent in. Nugent gets the pass. Starts to hurry up court, then stops. Almost lost his balance. Finds Mickens.
Come on, guys. RJ. Come on, Giants, let's go.
Shoots for three. No. Rebounded, though, by the Groove. Nugent was there, then Harris was able to find the loose ball. Ahead to Fuqua. Drives from the left wing, goes up over Bell. Bell fouling. We have a media timeout, 81-75 Groove. They've got 2 free throws coming up next here on Sports Radio America. Checking in with Baxter Colburn, our sideline reporter. Bax. Doing so far. Fuqua's first free throw is good. He'll get another. Yes. 6 in the quarter, 15 overall. Puts the lead at 7. Biggest lead of the game has been 11 for the Groove. Second one does go. Jacksonville is in a little bit of trouble here.
Come on, Giants, come on. Let's go.
Nugent gives to right. Back to Nugent. Nugent flashes in the lane. Floater goes up, falls in. Nugent wanted a foul, but he gets 2 from the bucket. 83-77, 6-point lead. Groove facing pressure. Get it in front court. Fuqua in the end of the second half. Fuqua gets over to Harris, and Harris drives into the lane, fouled by Nugent. Bell, Nugent, and Clyburn all with 4 fouls. There will be no free throws. Harris was not in the active shooting. As John Kelly said, 14 foul in this quarter. And Fuqua will inbound to the right of his own goal underneath. Finding in the corner Smith all the way outside to Harris. Harris takes one way, goes the other, inside, layup no good. Rebounded by Phil Jackson. His shot is blocked by Bell. Nugent ahead on the run out, and his shot blocked as he went to the rim. Loose ball picked up by Phil Jackson. They had a run out. Nugent couldn't finish. Give it up to Smith. Now Harris. Harris thought twice about the 3. Dribbling now into the lane. Throws it away. But Douglas able to pick it up. Around down the screen, set by Douglas. Harris to Jackson on the baseline. Throws it up off the glass, no good. Right the rebound. Up ahead to Nugent. Nugent has it poked away and stolen from behind by Smith. He'll give off to Harris. Another push, no call. Douglas down on the baseline, throws it up, good, and a foul. A bump called on R.J. Wright.
Come on, Charles, let's go!
They can push the lead to 9. 6:19 left to go in the game. And time running out on the Giants. Bernard Nugent will sit down. R.J. Wright. Nope, it's going to be R.J. Wright sitting down.
Hey, go down, Mo. Go down, Mo.
Nugent will stay in the game. Mickens will come back in. We probably won't see him come back out for the rest of the evening.
Maybe Harrison stepped up. Williams in this game. This is where the Jacksonville Giants have to Williams comes up the floor.
The old-fashioned three will go down. 7 points in the quarter for Douglas. He has 23 now, and the Groove lead is 9. Jacksonville's got to find offense and find it quick. Nugent down on the baseline, throws it up. Off-balance shot. He gets bailed out by the official as Jackson is called for bumping with the body. Third foul on Jackson. To the line is Bernard Nugent. He had 2 of 3 in the first quarter. Has not been to the line since. This one will go, and he'll get one more. 5.
Free throws. You need to go all hands on deck and rally down to the group.
5 points for Nugent. He can get to 6 with this one. Missed it. Rebound to Jackson. A steal on the baseline by Clyburn, but he was standing on the baseline when he poked it away. It will be a turnover to the group.
Come on, Johnny.
Steal in the backcourt. 3D line is on. Nugent goes down. Hands off to Smith. To Bell. Layup is good for 3. They needed that. 86-81. Timeout, Matthew Muhammad. Hooper was trying to pass up the floor and had the ball knocked away. And Clyburn able to chase it down for the Giants. They handed the ball off a couple of times. And then it was Bell who finished it off with just a little floater. He's so close to the rim anyway when he jumps. Able to finish that one off easy.
It was Johnny on the spot, in the right place at the right time. Give a lot of credit to Jacksonville players to slow down, feed him, look up the board, take your time out. 3D opportunity.
Bruce, we got it.
Come on, Bruce. Bruce, we got it. You know we got it. Come on.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Baxter Coleman. Bax, what'd you hear? 86-81, trying to appeal to the mental state of his team. And the Giants are going to put full court pressure, on in this inbounds pass from the far end to the Groove. 5:48 to go in the game. Roy Smith with the basketball, tracked down, tries to go across the court, finds Williams. Williams ahead of the timeline as they get into the Harris will set the up. Harris dribbling still, steps back, a 19-footer that's no good. Bell the rebound, Giants on the run, all the way up to Nugent for the layup, put it up, missed it, with a foul called as Nugent did a great job of shielding the ball with his body. Yeah, first foul on Harris. And it'll be Nugent to the line where he is 3 of 5. He shot more free throws than any other player on the Giants team tonight. This a missed free throw. Offensive rebound as it was poked back out to Nugent. Missed the second one, poked out to him. Great job of R.J. Wright, who checked back into the game for Clyburn. Mickens for three, top of the key. They forgot about him out there. Dave Williams late in maintaining defense. And Smith getting up the floor. Trying to have the front court, but stolen. 3D light is on. As the steal happened in the back court, then moved into the front court. R.J. Wright has it blocked. It'll be off of the groove and will remain with Jacksonville. Tried to baseline John on the right side and got his shot blocked. It's a 7-0 run by the Giants. They'll inbound, and Jermaine Bell has it knocked away by Fuqua. Mickens will switch now from underneath his own goal over to the sideline to inbound. Gets it to R.J. Wright, and they'll set the offense. 12 on the shot clock. Only down 2, 86-84. R.J. Nope. Bernard Nugent goes to the rim, and he is fouled by Phil Jackson. No, I'm sorry. 3 free throws because of the 3D line.
The fourth year on Phil Jackson, 286. So well off the bench.
It was Nugent. I had said Wright, but it was Nugent that got the free throw line. He tried to go to the rim. Jackson found him, and he missed the first free throw, and now he's missed 4 in a row. 3 of 8, now 4. He can tie the game with 1 more. That means it'll be a 9-0 run if he hits this free throw for the Giants. They look dead. There was 6 minutes to go. Everything in the world their way. Lane violation on Nugent. So he stepped across the line, knowing the free throw was going to miss. He left too early. That will keep the lead at 1 for the Groove. It's an 8-0 run for the Giants. Smith going up to Harris. Harris gets ahead of the defense. Goes up, hands off Douglas, layup is good. Douglas now with 9 in the quarter, 25 overall. He and Harris have been the offensive threats. Nugent to Bell, over to Mickens for 3, right corner, got it! Mickens 4 on the team from 3-point range. We are tied, as John said, at 88. Fuqua ahead to Smith. Just the nick of time to avoid the 7-second clock. Easy dribble. Smith. Moves from the wing up to the top of the key to the right side. Dribbles back out. Is open for a 3. Harris now moves in, has the ball knocked away. Stolen by Nugent and a foul. Foul called, or what is the situation? Shot clock violation before the steal. Let's take a break. We'll talk about it when we come back. 88-88, last media timeout of this one. 3:58 left to go in the game. Back in a moment on Sports Radio America.
I know. I'm like,
Is that the moment like that? 88-88, your score, back to action. Under 3:40 left to go, and Bernard Nugent lost the basketball. Just dribbled right out off his foot, off to the side, over the sideline. It's a turnover, gives it back to the Groove. They had a shot clock violation, but Nugent had a steal right before that. They happened bang, bang, but the officials say shot clock went off first. The Giants would have had a run out. Fuqua has to dribble off his foot. Ahead to Bell. Wide open. Nobody in front. He lost the basketball. Off the glass, good with the jump shot. He would have had a dunk, but they'll take the jumper. Ball goes up to Harris. Jacksonville leads by 2. 3:05 to go in the game. Harris a floater, too hard. Rebounded Douglas, put that good. 31-26 in rebounding. Brewers still have a 5-rebound edge. We're tied at 90. Mickens goes around the screen set by Smith. Now to the free throw line, floats it up, missed it, tapped up, no good. Rebounded by Smith. Brew all the way to Nugent is able to get it back, and now up to Harris, who got the ball back for the Brew. No 3D light, it was close. And losing it is Fuqua, and a foul called on the Giants. Who did they get, Nugent? He had 4 points in this quarter. He's got 6 overall, but he's missed 5 free throws in this quarter. He's a steal machine. He holds the record for steals in a game at Truett McConnell College. Here's a 3 air ball by Harris after he got away from Nugent. And I think he got away with a push to get away from him. 2:10 left to go. 90 all. Mickens into the front court. Single man-to-man defense by the group. They've been in the zone for most of the night. Mickens into the lane. Shot blocked by Fuqua. Throws it off Fuqua's leg. It will remain with Jacksonville, but they have 4 seconds on the shot clock. Flowers going to go back in for Nugent. Gotta hurry. Bell, the jump shot, no good, and rebounded by Fuqua. Still time. Harris ahead to Smith. He'll wait for teammates. We are all knotted up with 1:40 to go. And a steal? No. Clyburn almost hit it. On the ground as Smith finally finds Douglas. Into the lane. And a charge. Oh, yeah. That's easy. Douglas pleading his case. But that's an easy call as Delwyn Graham had set up like a statue. Douglas, that's only his first one.
You know something? He took something that was coming up double. Delwyn Graham was
Clyburn checks out. He's in some pain, so Nugent back into the game for the Giants. R.J. Wright. There are 3 guards in for the Giants right now. Wright, Mickens, and Nugent. Jump shot. Free throw line. No good. Got his own rebound. Followed his shot. What a great fundamental to see. And the Giants with a fresh 24. 1:10 left to go in the game. Mickens starts to move down. Guarded by Douglas. Dribble. 8 on the shot clock. Trying to single it out. Goes into the lane. Layup. No good. Put that. No good. Yeah! When the foul is going to be called is a factor here. They're going to call the foul on Bill Jackson. That's number 5. And it happened on Mickens' drive to the rim. So he's going to go to the free throw line. The putback by Nugent is no good. Or it may have been right.
So what? They didn't have a team you up?
Mickens had a mismatch there.
He has 8-9 points in this quarter. He started out slow, only had 8 through 3 quarters, 17 for minutes. Missed the other free throw.
Get the ball!
Smith working against up the floor in time. I think they were a little slow in realizing how much time is run off the shot clock. It is a 3D rule, and a timeout on the floor with 49.8 seconds remaining. We're not going anywhere. The Giants lead 91-90. It'll be a 3D situation because of the turnover. The 7-second rule happened in the backcourt, not able to get it across the half-court line. So Jacksonville with a huge advantage here. And in the second half, the 3D rule has been something that's helped them get back into the game. Let's go to Baxter Colburn, our sideline reporter.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Clear the floor out, spread everything out.
Come on, Giants, we got this, Giants. We got this. Come on. Send it back home. Let's go. Come on, Giants.
Graham will inbound, find Warner, and now over to R.J. Wright. Man-to-man defense. Hands back to Wright, back to Warner, between the circles, finds Mickens. No, can't give it to him. Bell now has it. Will find Mickens. Way out near the half-court line. 10 on the shot clock. Trying to get a screen. He'll get it to Bell. Bell has to chase it down. Will go inside to Graham, and he lost. It was Bell that had to chase the ball down. He took one too many steps once he got the ball, and it's a turnover, and the Brood will get the ball back with 29.2 left on the clock. 91-90 Jacksonville, and a timeout for Matthew Muhammad.
Yeah, but he said, you were asking me about that's what I said. I'll find a way. You guys like United.
Jacksonville Giants taking the time to sit down. Now finally taking a seat, as this will be a full timeout. We'll keep it here. Neither team is in the bonus yet in this quarter. 16 fouls in the Giants, 5 on the Brood. They got to get to that 8-foul mark before the bonus rears its ugly head. So that's not in play. Timeouts, I think each team has one timeout remaining. We'll double check, get Baxter Colburn on that at some point and see if we can find out how many timeouts each team has. Possession arrow favors Jacksonville at this point. So let's go to Baxter and see what the report is. All right, thanks, Baxter Colburn. 91-90, Giants with a 1-point lead. And the ball with the Brood, 29.2 seconds remaining. So the Giants, just finding out, have no timeouts remaining, and Windy City has one. Oh, we did check that. Sorry. Baxter found out that the Giants do have one timeout remaining. So both teams, I was right.
Come on, Giants, defense. Get the ball. Come on, Giants.
Fixing it. Get into the front court. Douglas between the circles. Looking for help. Graham is on. Between the legs. Spin move in the lane. Throws it up. Missed it. Rebound. Douglas. Loose ball. Picked up by Graham. R.J. Wright ahead to Mickens. He's got the run out. Going in. Layup. 93 seconds left. Windy City will call it. Douglas had a great look at the runs going. It just hit the back and trickled back over the front side. It was loose on the floor for what seemed like forever. Finally picking it up was Dylan Graham, who happened to be in the right place at the right time. Douglas hit the floor for the Brood, but Graham picks up the ball, and they find Mickens streaking to the other end, where he's able to get the layup. Probably should have been at the free throw line for a foul, but no foul call. Mickens seconds tonight, 11 points in the fourth quarter. He's got 19 overall. And now the point two on the clock for Drew. Getting up the floor, Fuqua, inbounds, half court, guarded by Graham. Gets ahead, loses the ball. It is over! He lost it out of his hands. It was knocked out of bounds. And for the third time in the American Basketball Association history, the Jacksonville Giants are champions once again. ...2012, 2013, and 2016 find the Jacksonville Giants hosting the trophy on their shoulders and champions of the American Basketball Association. 93-90. Baxter Colbert is going to be courtside. He'll be doing the post-game interviews with the coach and player of the game. Our player of the game tonight is Maurice Mickens with 19 points and the layup that sealed the deal. In the final 10 seconds of the game, Jacksonville with a sweep, 2-0. Let's take a timeout, and we'll come back to talk with players and coaches. Levante Douglas coming by to shake our hands. What a great show in sportsmanship. Thank you, Levante. Back in on Sports Radio America.
Yeah, they're getting better.
Back in Laredo, Texas, where the Jacksonville Giants have just won the ABA championship. Let's go courtside for the trophy presentation. Executive Vice President on the Executive Committee for the ABA. And pictures being taken all around John Kelly. 9-point deficit with 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jacksonville looked down. All of a sudden, Let's go back out. As MVP of the ABA Championship Tournament. 19 points tonight. Quickly, I'll run down the scoring while we're waiting for coaches and players to join us. Maurice Mickens had 19. He's our player of the game, but for what he did in the fourth quarter is really why we've chosen him. He had 11 of his 19 in the fourth quarter to pace his team. Jermaine Bell had 24. Let's go out courtside with the head coach, Kevin Waters, who is coming through his shirt with the perspiration a little bit. Go ahead, Baxter, and talk with Coach Waters.
I feel good, baby. I feel good over here. It's been a long time, boss. We just started talking. I'm so proud of you guys. God, all praise, boy. Love so much.
Actually, also talking with Maurice Mickens, our MVP for the finals.
You gotta do it the right way.
You hear? He wants the headset. 2015-16 Finals MVP Maurice Mickens. He had 37 in the final 4 games, 17 last night, 19 tonight, but 11 of that in the fourth quarter to pace the Giants. And really, 6 minutes to go, 9-point deficit. Things looked bleak for this team. I thought we were playing on Sunday, and all of a sudden Maurice Mickens puts his team on his shoulder. You and Jermaine got hot from the outside. You kind of traded places here and there. One would come down the court, hit a big three. Jermaine would hit a big three. But the three-point shooting heated up. Did you feel anything different when they coming off of you a little bit? Maybe fatigue setting in?
Oh, definitely. Definitely blown us out. We just overloaded this swim over there. We've been doing it all season. When teams goes on, we just send them into the shoot. Let them shoot. Let them step out and shoot.
What did they do different tonight from last night? They had a 25 rebound edge last night. Tonight, they actually win the rebounding stat category.
Nobody will go home. Nobody will go home. Somebody.
A little slow to get started tonight. Were you feeling like, okay, I'm going to have to get going here at some point?
We had to make a proper adjustment. That team really played defense. Just because the team I seen all day. Every morning from 1 to 8.
They've seen you on video, man.
I watch the film. And I told Coach I appreciate him.
Maurice Mickens, Finals MVP, 19 tonight. Go celebrate, my friend. How's it feel to be champion? Enjoy it very much. And Maurice Mickens talking with us here on Sports Radio America. Ron Scholes, put the headset on that young man, and we'll talk with him a little bit. He's celebrating with Maurice here courtside. The Giants in 2 games, 2 straight sweep the Windy City Groove. It wasn't easy, but Ron Scholes, your team back on top, 3rd time ABA national champion. Congratulations. Maurice just told us in his interview that team has played the toughest defense of anybody else he's seen this season. On him in particular, they really were throwing out all the stops here in this one tonight. How long will you let this one kind of celebrate and marinate until you start thinking about next year? Sure. I'm not even going to question. I know Kevin Waters will be back for you next year. Yeah, absolutely. Right? Yeah, I remember that. In the toughest division in the ABA, beneath it. Right. Ron Scholes, the owner of the Jacksonville Giants, champions once again for the third time of the ABA. And just real quickly, I didn't get a chance to get to this in our halftime interview, but talk about the event being here in Laredo for the first time and the job that these people have done here today.
I think it was awesome. We enjoyed ourselves. The radio staff done a great show. Very accommodating to us.
Great. And thanks for coming over and talking with us. Go celebrate with your players now. We'll let you guys tip a glass or two, all right? He's going to get part of that. Ron Scholes, the owner of the Jacksonville Giants, coming over to join us as his team is champion once again of the ABA. And John Kelly joins me once again. We've done a lot of games in the ABA. I'm not sure we saw that. For the championship. Okay, that guy's biased because it's a championship.
There were some changes in the league this year. Obviously, we already set up in the playoffs.
Yeah. You know, we just take it apart like that.
Teams obviously it's sad. I really think a lot of credit to everybody.
Bring it out.
A lot of players that signed over the season together. The team is more healthy than the season ago. It's great to see them rally. Let's put it on and take this one over the league you see through Jim. Group, you got to get that tape it all up. But especially this is like the best thing we played all season. Stuff will go their way. Congratulations to Jacksonville Giants.
A lot of people back in Jacksonville listening to our broadcast tonight, and I know they're having a party in Jacksonville as they
I like it.
are able to get the 2-0 sweep here over Windy City. It's a hard-fought tournament. They even had to play a play-in game to get all the way to the finals. Joining me now is Jermaine Slim Bell. Slim skipping down the floor after hitting a few of those threes in the second half. My friend, you and Maurice going back and forth. It looked bleak with 6 minutes to go down 9, but you got hot from the outside.
Yeah, we just all expect I know
He told me that you guys just ran that overload on the one side, and you found
Thank you, sorry.
Was it fatigue setting in on the other team?